Hello everyone. In the previous video we have done exercise 12.1 question number 6 to question number 9. Now in this video we are going to start with question number 1 and we will be doing it till question number 5. So the first question is, name all the congruent shapes in the following figures. Now these two figures are given to you. In this you are going to find the congruent shapes. Now congruent shapes means the shapes which are equal, which are same in shape and size also. All these are same in shape, but are they same in the size also? We have to check it. Now if you will see this, in this A there are 4 squares or boxes included. So that means I need to find the same shape in which 4 boxes or square boxes are included. 1 2 3 4. So with A I need to find this D is also there, 1 2 3 4, and with this C also 1 2 3 4. So A, D, C and E is also there because in this E 1 2 3 4. So there are 4 boxes included. So that means one pair of the congruent shapes is A, I'll be writing it here, A, D, C and E. So this is the one pair. Now let us find the next pair. In the next pair we will be finding the same shape and the same size. So if you will see F and G, 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5. So F and G are included, right? And with this you have to notice one thing very carefully. Here only 2 boxes are included in the base. Here also 2 boxes are included in the base. But with this B you cannot include F and G because with this B 3 boxes are included. 1, 2 and 3. So F and G are one pair, although they are having 5 boxes, but still we have to check the base. So for the base it is having 3, and for this 1 2 3 and 4 boxes are included in this. So FG is one pair, FG is one pair, and B with B no figure is congruent. Okay, similarly with the B part. Now in this B part also you are going to check the base. With A how many boxes are included? 2. So with C, A, C, and is there any other? No, it is not there. So A and C is going to be one pair. Next, similarly you will be finding it with E also. E, you will be finding D and G, they both are together, they both are looking same. So D and G are also same, right? And the rest you can find by yourself. You will do this B part by yourself. Now let's move to question number 2. Question number 2 is about the superimposition. Now for this I have taken this trace paper. What I have done is, out of any of the 3 shapes I have taken one and I have traced it like this. Now what I'm going to do in this is, the rest of the 2 shapes I am going to see whether are they going to superimpose, are they going to come exactly in the same shape of this. Let us see. If I'm going to trace, I'm going to overlap this trace paper. Yes, it is coming same. Similarly the next one also like this. Yes, it is also coming same. So this means all these 3 shapes are coming, they are overlapping with each other on the trace paper. On this trace paper, out of these 3 I have drawn any one, I have traced any one of these figures. So if this is coming, so this means yes, all these 3 are congruent shapes. Okay, so yes, we have checked it with the help of this traced paper. You don't have to do this in the notebook. This question and question number 1 you will be doing it in the book itself. Now let us see this. Now out of these 4 you can trace any of the 1 figures. Suppose I have drawn this, I have traced this. Now the same I am going to make it on this. See, it is coming same. Let us see the next. In this also it is coming, it is overlapping. So yes, this is also correct. This was the same. Now let us see, let us check this one. Is this coming? Yes, it is also coming. So that means this is also, in this all these shapes are congruent. It does not matter in which direction they are facing. The only thing which matters is their shape and their size. Okay, so these two things we have done with the help of superimposition, and that we have checked with the help of this trace paper. Now question number 3 and 4 you will be doing in the notebook. Question number 3 is that you have to draw the line segment congruent to each of the line segments given below. Now in this, you have to do this question in the notebook. See, what they are saying is they have given you one line segment of which you are going to measure the length. With the help of the scale, you will measure this length ij. It will come out to be 4.2. Just draw the same in the notebook, and you have to draw the congruent line segment. Congruent line segment means same line segment of the same measurement, but the names have to be different. If the first one is ij, name it with the different name, let it be kl, but the measurement has to be same. It has to be 4.2. So this means ij is equals to kl. They both are equal, they both are of the same shape, they both are of the same size. Names are different, that's it. So that means they are congruent. Line segments are congruent. Similarly, the B part, you will check the book, you will measure it, it will come out to be 2.1. You have to draw the congruent. For the congruent, what you will do? Again, you will draw 2.1 centimeter line segment. This is KL, this is PQ. Just name it differently and write like this. Same way, third part, which you will be doing it by yourself. Right? Now let's move to question number 4, which is about the congruent angles. We have done this all in the first video of this exercise 12.1. I have explained you all of these. So now in this, what we have to do is we just have to draw, like you can see in this question number 4, draw the angles congruent to each of the angles given below. So this is the angle which is given 45 degree. You have to draw the congruent angle of this 45 degree. So if this is given 45 degrees, name is given ABC. So you have to draw the same PQR. You just have to change the name, but the angle is going to be same. So this means angle B and angle Q will be same. I have named it as ABC is equals to PQR because they are congruent, and congruent means angles also have to be same. This is 45, this should also be 45, and this is the congruent figure of this question which is given. Okay, and this was your A part. Now the B part is this. This figure is given to us in the B part, and this angle A is given 125. You have to draw the congruent figure. The congruent figure means the same angle you have to draw, the same figure you have to draw, but with the different names. So this is going to be UXY. So angle ZAW is equals to UXY. Please make sure the angle about which we are talking has to come in between. In this figure, we are talking about angle A, so this is coming in between. In this figure, we are talking about X, so that is going to come in between. And they both are congruent, that's why they both are equal. C part, JKL 90 degree, PQR 90 degree. Again the same thing, I have to draw the congruent of this. The congruent of this figure is going to be this, with the middle angle is of 90 degree. Make the same shape but with the different names. If this is K which is 90, take some other name, and this has to be of 90. So JKL is equals to PQR, and they both are going to have the same measurement which is of 90 degrees. Now the last is D part, which you will be doing it by yourself. And this question number 4 you will be doing in the notebook. Right? Now let's move to question number 5. Question number 5 you will be doing in the book. Write the congruent line segments and the angles in the following quadrilaterals. Also state the property used. Now in this is a square. And in this square, all the sides are equal. This AD side is equals to DC side is equals to this CB side, and which is equals to AB side. So I have written this. And what is the reason? The sides of a square are equal. Okay, this is the reason we have to write. AB, BC, CD and DA, all the sides are equal. Why they are equal? Because they are the sides of a square, and sides of a square are equal. Similarly, why these angles are equal? congruent angles. These angles of the square are of 90 degree. Now since all the angles of a square are equals, that's why all angles of a square are 90 degree, and hence A, B, C, D are equal. So this is the reason. Now the next is the rhombus. Now rhombus is the tilted square in which all the sides are equal. So I can write AB is equals to BC is equals to CD is equals to DA. I have written this. The all sides of a square are, all sides of a rhombus are equal. And one more thing is that these signs, this sign means that all these sides are equal, right? Now the next is we have to talk about the angles. Now angles in the rhombus, opposite angles are equal. If this C is there, angle C is equals to angle A, and here angle D is equals to angle B. So that's what I have written here. Angle D is equals to B, angle A is equals to C. Opposite angles of a rhombus are equal. And you have to do this question number 5 in the note in the book. With this, exercise 12.1 is completed. Thank you.